In the complex framework of human life, there exists a profound and often misunderstood art, the art of surrender. It beckons to us from the depths of our souls, a whispered invitation to release our grip on life's reins and to dance with the ever-flowing currents of the universe. Yet, despite its timeless relevance, surrender remains an enigmatic concept, often shrouded in misconceptions and fear. The word surrender might conjure images of defeat, of waving a white flag in the face of adversity. But in reality, surrender is not a sign of weakness. It is an embodiment of profound strength. It is the act of letting go, of relinquishing our tightly held desires and expectations, and entrusting our journey to the vast and mysterious intelligence that orchestrates the cosmos. Surrender is not a passive resignation to fate, but an active embrace of life's inherent wisdom. It is the recognition that we are not solitary beings adrift in an indifferent universe, but integral threads woven into the very fabric of creation. It is an invitation to align our individual will with the cosmic will, to harmonize our existence with the rhythms of existence itself. Throughout the annals of human history, philosophers, mystics, and spiritual seekers have explored the depths of surrender. From the profound teachings of ancient sages to the timeless wisdom enshrined in sacred texts, the art of surrender has been illuminated in a myriad of ways. Yet, its essence remains elusive, for it is not a concept to be grasped intellectually, but a state of being to be experienced with the heart. In this journey, we shall delve into the very essence of surrender, the act of letting go, and the profound transformation that it offers. We shall unravel the fear that often veils the path of surrender, to understand its deep spiritual significance. Through stories, insights, and contemplation, we shall explore the ways in which surrender can awaken us to the beauty, the mystery, and the infinite possibilities that lie along the river of existence. So, embark with us on this odyssey into the art of surrender. As we navigate its waters, we shall discover that surrender is not a destination but a pilgrimage, a sacred journey that leads us to the heart of our own being, where the wisdom of the universe resides, where the ego dissolves, and where the soul dances in harmony with the cosmos. In surrender, we find not only our true selves, but also the keys to unlocking a life of deep meaning, profound fulfillment, and boundless love. Imagine standing at the edge of a river, watching its water flow effortlessly downstream, meandering through the contours of the earth. It does not resist the rocks, nor does it push against the current. It simply surrenders to the natural flow of its existence. In much the same way, surrender is about aligning ourselves with the natural flow of life, allowing it to carry us gracefully through its twists and turns. At its core, surrender is the art of yielding to the universal currents of existence. It is the act of relinquishing control, of unclenching our fists from the reins of life, and allowing ourselves to be guided by the ever-unfolding cosmic dance. It is an acknowledgement that there is a greater force, a higher intelligence at play in the universe, and that by surrendering, we tap into its profound wisdom. Surrender is not a passive act of resignation. It is an active participation in life's grand symphony. It is the decision to let go of our relentless need to dictate the outcomes of our endeavors, and instead to trust the universe is conspiring in our favor. It is the wisdom to discern when to exert effort and when to release our grip, understanding that there are aspects of existence beyond our influence. In a world that celebrates rugged individualism and champions the illusion of control, surrender often feels counterintuitive. We are conditioned to believe that success is the result of our tireless efforts, our meticulous plans, and our unwavering determination. However, this perspective, while valuable in many aspects of life, can lead to stress, anxiety, and an incessant feeling of unfulfillment. The fear of surrender often arises from a misunderstanding of its nature. It's important to emphasize that surrender is not about relinquishing responsibility, ambition, or the pursuit of our dreams. It is not a call to abandon our goals or to become passive spectators in our own lives. Rather, it's about finding a delicate balance between action and acceptance, between striving and yielding. Surrender teaches us that there are dimensions of life that are just beyond our control, and attempting to control them only leads to frustration and suffering. It invites us to release the grip of the ego, that ever-demanding voice within us that insists on having its way. When we surrender, we cease to resist the ebb and flow of the existence, and in doing so, we enter a state of flow ourselves. This state of flow is akin to the river's journey downstream. It's characterized by a sense of ease, of being in harmony with the unfolding of events, and of knowing that even in the face of challenges, there is a deeper current of wisdom guiding us. Surrender is the realization that we're not alone in this journey. We are the co-creators of the universe, and that by releasing our need to control, we can tap into the limitless reservoir of creativity and possibility. In essence, surrender is an act of profound trust. It is the willingness to release our grip on life's steering wheel and to trust the universe's navigation. It is a recognition that life has an inherent intelligence, a cosmic GPS, if you will, that knows our destination even when we don't. This trust is not blind, it is certainly not naive. It emerges from a deep knowing, an intuition that transcends the analytical mind. Surrender invites us to embrace uncertainty as a friend rather than a foe. It allows us to find comfort in the unknown, to see it not as a void to be feared, but as a canvas upon which the universe paints its masterpieces. It teaches us that the most exquisite moments in life often emerge from the unexpected, and the most profound lessons are often learned through our willingness to step into the uncharted territories of existence. The act of surrendering is an act of humility, an acknowledgement that we are part of something greater than ourselves. It is an invitation to let go of our ego-driven desires and to surrender to the wisdom and love that permeate the universe. In surrender, we come to understand that we're not isolated entities, struggling to navigate a hostile world, but rather integral expressions of a loving and benevolent universe. Surrender invites us to release the burdens that we carry, the burdens of fear, doubt, control, and to experience the liberation of our true nature. It is the recognition that, beneath the layers of conditioning and societal expectations, there exists a wellspring of authenticity, a source of unshakable peace and joy. In surrender, we peel away the layers and allow our true essence to shine through. In essence, the journey of surrender is a journey of self-discovery. It's a journey to rediscover our authentic selves, unburdened by the masks that we wear and the roles that we play. It's a journey to reconnect with the wisdom of our inner being, the silent witness that observes the drama of life with equanimity. In our modern world, where autonomy and control are highly valued, the idea of surrender can be met with resistance and fear. We are conditioned to believe that success is achieved through sheer willpower and determination, that we must meticulously plan and control every aspect of our lives, for if we don't, chaos, catastrophe. This perspective, while useful in many ways, can very much lead to stress, anxiety, and a sense of unfulfillment. The fear of surrender often arises from a misunderstanding of its nature. It's not about relinquishing all responsibility or becoming passive in the face of challenges. No, it is about finding a delicate balance between action and acceptance, between striving and yielding. There are aspects of life that are just beyond our control. We just have no say in it, and attempting to control them only leads to frustration and suffering. In the realm of spirituality, surrender takes on a profound significance. It's seen as a gateway to the deeper connection with the divine or the universe. Many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of surrender as a means of transcending the ego and accessing a higher state of consciousness. In Hinduism, the concept of prapatti is a form of surrender where devotees offer themselves completely to the divine, trusting that it will take care of their spiritual evolution. Similarly, in Christianity, surrender to God's will is central to the teachings of Jesus, as exemplified in his prayer, "Thy will be done." These spiritual practices invite us to surrender not only our desires and attachments, but also our very sense of self to a higher power. The art of surrendering is an act of humility, an acknowledgement that we are part of something that's just bigger than us. It's an invitation to let go of our ego-driven desires and surrender to the wisdom and love that permeates the universe. One of the greatest illusions that we hold on to is the illusion of control. We plan, we strategize, we worry about the future as if we have complete command over it. We forget that life is inherently unpredictable, and that the more we cling on to this idea of control, the more we suffer when things don't go as planned. Surrender challenges this illusion. It invites us to release our grip on life's steering wheel and let the currents of existence carry us. It teaches us that there is a natural order to things. There is a rhythm and a flow that can be trusted. When we surrender, we open ourselves to the beauty of the unknown, the serendipity of life's surprises, and the wisdom of the universe. It is often during times of adversity and hardship that the art of surrender becomes the most relevant. When faced with challenges beyond our control, illness, loss, or unexpected setbacks, our instinct is to resist and fight. We struggle against the current, desperately trying to regain our footing. However, it's precisely in these moments that surrender can offer solace, can offer you strength. It doesn't mean that we passively accept suffering, but rather that we acknowledge our limitations and we allow ourselves to grieve, to heal, to grow. Surrender helps us find meaning in the midst of suffering. It allows us to tap into a wellspring of resilience that resides within. At the heart of surrender lies the gift of acceptance. It is the acceptance of what is, without judgment or resistance. This does not mean that we condone or resign ourselves to unfavorable circumstances. Rather, it means that we acknowledge the reality of our situation and choose to respond with grace and wisdom. Acceptance is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. It involves embracing the full spectrum of human emotions: joy, sorrow, anger, fear, without trying to suppress or deny them. When we accept our emotions, we create space for healing and transformation. Another facet of surrender involves letting go of attachments. We become attached to people all too often, attached to possessions, attached to outcomes, believing that they're the source of our happiness and our security. But in all reality, attachment can lead to suffering, as it ties our well-being to external factors that are beyond our control. Surrender encourages us to detach from these external sources of identity and security, and instead find our inner strength and peace. It invites us to explore the impermanence of life and recognize that true happiness comes from within and not from external circumstances. When we surrender, we begin to live in flow. Living in flow means being in sync with the rhythms of life, trusting that everything's unfolding as it should. It's about following our intuition, our inner guidance, even when it doesn't align with our preconceived plans. In this state of flow, we become more attuned to the synchronicities and serendipities that life offers. We notice the subtle nudges from the universe, guiding us towards our purpose and fulfillment. We start to understand that there is a greater intelligence at play, one that knows our deepest desires, our deepest aspirations, and us. It knows us. At this point, you might wonder if surrender means that we should abandon all effort and ambition. Far from it. Surrender is not a call to passivity. It is an invitation to act from a place of clarity and inspiration rather than ego-driven desires. The paradox of surrender and effort is beautifully captured in the Bhagavad Gita, a sacred Hindu scripture. In this text, Lord Krishna advises Arjuna to act with dedication and skill, but without attachment to the outcomes. This teaching reminds us that we can give our best effort while remaining unattached to the fruits of our actions. When we embrace this paradox, we find a sense of freedom in our actions. We are no longer burdened by the need for external validation or success, and instead, we act with love, passion, and purpose, trusting that our efforts are contributing to the greater tapestry of life. One of the most significant challenges on the path of surrender is the ego. The ego is that inner voice that constantly seeks recognition, validation, and control. It thrives on separation, division, and the illusion of separateness. Surrender, in essence, is a transcendence of the ego. It's a recognition that our individual self is just a small part of the larger whole. When we surrender, we move beyond the ego's limited perspective, and we open ourselves to the interconnectedness of all life. We realize that we are not isolated beings, we are threads in the intricate fabric of the universe. Trust is the cornerstone of surrender. When we surrender, we place our trust in the wisdom of the universe. We trust that even in the face of adversity, there is a hidden gift, a lesson to be learned, or a new path to be discovered. This trust is not blind or naive. It is a deep knowing that emerges from a place of inner wisdom. It is a recognition that life is inherently benevolent, even when it appears otherwise. When we trust, we release the need to constantly analyze, control, and micromanage every aspect of our lives. As we delve deeper into the art of surrender, we begin to experience its transformative power. We notice that our relationships become more harmonious, our stress levels decrease, and our sense of inner peace deepens. We no longer resist the ebb and flow of life, but we embrace it with open arms. Surrender also has the power to transform our sense of purpose and direction. When we let go of rigid plans and expectations, we become more attuned to our inner guidance and intuition. We discover that life has a way of leading us towards experiences and opportunities that align with our true selves. On the journey of personal growth and self-discovery, surrender plays an unmistakably massive role. It encourages us to explore our inner landscapes, confront our fears and limitations, and let go of old patterns that no longer serve us. Surrender invites us to step into the unknown, to venture beyond our comfort zones, and to take risks that lead to personal expansion. It teaches us that growth often involves a series of mini-deaths, the shedding of old identities and beliefs before we can fully embrace our authentic selves. Surrender is the bridge that connects us to the deeper currents of our souls and the wisdom of the universe. The art of surrender is not a destination, it is an ongoing journey. A journey that leads us to greater peace, purpose, and connection. As you embark on your own journey of surrender, remember that it's a practice, not a perfect. There will be moments of resistance, there will be moments when the ego seeks control, and there will be moments when fear grips your heart. But each of these moments is an opportunity to surrender anew, to release the grip of ego, and to trust in the unfolding of your life's story. Embrace the flow of life, surrender to its beauty, its mystery, its wisdom. And in doing so, you may find that the greatest strength lies in letting go, the deepest peace in acceptance, and the truest purpose in aligning with the rhythm of the universe. The art of surrender is an art worth mastering, a journey that can transform your life in ways that you never imagined.